It's much warmer in here than where you came from.
Good.
Yeah, so much better. In addition to several 30 or so fucking rabbit suits hung up on hooks, there's also looks like a 3 locks on a door which leads out of here, and then back the way you came in. It just looks like it stretches off freakishly into the distance, and it's dark and shit. Oh yeah, P, you're gonna be like Freddy. Oh yeah, Freddy's like the highest skilled, worst swordsman that we've ever seen. He's got like 70 or 80 in his swords, but he fights like somebody who's just picked one up for the first time. It's amazing. Oh yeah. So welcome to his world. Anyway, and everybody give me a listen roll.
Oh, now I quit.
P isn't sure. And Mr. Wallace, you hear some odd noises. Freddy, you're like, yeah, one Smurf is giving fellatio to another Smurf 2 containers over. And sounds like doing it wrong or badly.
All right, let's
slutty Smurf, do it.
Let's take we'll put the the warm quote unquote clothes in our bags and put on the bunny suits.
Okay, bunny suit for me too.
Yep.
Also, Logan, I take my hook off, so I have one floppy hand. So I don't want to tear the suit with the hook.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't type stuff because people can't read it when they're watching this or listening to this and stuff, Marcus. Just feel free to say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't always want to disjoint the chat with a, little quip that.
Oh no, little quips are great. That's what helps make it for some people. Believe me, people listen for a lot of weird shit in this. So, no problem. You guys, as Marcus said, bunny up. And now these suits are the most awkward, horrible thing you've ever worn. And essentially you've got your backpack on underneath it because otherwise it would show. And so it looks like you're all kind of hunchback bunnies. And the head itself has got a small kind of black cloth grill in it, which when you move goes like this. So your vision's constantly changing. Essentially, these are called the suits of -30 or half. Anything you want to do at all, seeing, hearing, sneaking, anything is at -30 or half. These suits are horrible.
I've actually worn a bunny suit, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
There you go. I want pictures. Anyway. It just shows
I don't have them, but yeah, I played the Easter Bunny one year.
Yeah. Fortunately, these don't smell like kids' wee, which is great.
Okay. So, fellas, prepare yourselves. You might see some stuff you can't later unsee. But again, our mission is gather information.
If he takes us into the Smurfs brothel, I'm gonna
swallow that jizz.
No.
I have heard it's very tasty. Though I've never tried it myself. Just saying.
That's what they all say.
Mm-hmm.
Asking for a friend.
I've tried to convince women over the years that my jizz tastes like chocolate, and they don't believe me. So
I actually saw a hypnotist who actually hypnotized girls to think that it tasted like chocolate or champagne.
Oh boy.
That was okay. All right, we bunny up and take us to the fucking.
After he bunnies up, you guys get to watch with mirth as he then takes off his gloves and his head and fucking just looking really pissed. Picks the 3 locks and shit that are chaining the other door shut that he'd forgotten about, and then he just looks at you as he pulls back on his fucking gloves and puts his head back on, like, let's not talk about that. And then you guys roll out.
Yeah, I was gonna say next time he lock picks though, let me know as I want to assist him. I need skill.
Well, you could assist with locked lore. I guess you could tell him like, no, you're in too deep. You're in too nope. Now you're in too shallow.
I can hold the lock up so that he can actually see it.
Right,
so it's not
right. Yeah, that's
right.
true. Yeah. Okay. So you guys go out, and it looks like there's been some changes, Freddie, since you were last here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Now, you guys are down in the seedy docks area. Yeah, you guys see Druggy Smurf and Smurf giving each other fellatio and shit like that. But it looks as though, give me surveillance rolls, as you guys are pretty much wandering the city. You find some flyers somewhere and are trying to hand them out. And people are like, no, fuck off. And Mr. Wallace is just kind of following along, like, this is cool, I guess. The other two pick up information that you guys in private exchange. Essentially, the Keebler Smurfs look like they have taken over the city. And since Freddy got his at a quarter, he thinks that there's a Smurf resistance movement, Viva la Smurf, that's going on. However, they seem to be wildly unsuccessful and incompetent because they always say things like Viva la Smurf, and then they get shot by the Keebler elves who put them up against the wall and go, this is for fucking our tree up. And everybody's got World War II tech. And the fun part is the Smurfs seem to have been the Nazis. So you were actually dealing with Nazi Smurfs that had been taken over by Keebler elves who seem to be related to Santa's little helper type elves. And yeah, it all makes sense in the story, which is frightening. You also see pictures of a middle-aged lady that the two of you don't recognize, but Freddy does, Mildred's original body, that are like on the most wanted, and they have like, larger rewards and stuff for information leading to the capture of her.
What did she do now?
Yeah. So anyway.
Too bad I don't recognize that as Mildred. I'd go up and chalk out one of her teeth.
But essentially, it's like you're in a city about the size of Chicago, and then in the very center, now there's a lot of like anti-aircraft guns and shit like that, which are mostly pointed up. But everybody give me World War II weapons lore rolls, or if you have any kind of skill along those lines. Heavy weapons would work if you've got specialized heavy weapons skill, whatever you're into.
Not really.
Mr. Wallace thinks it's kind of cool, He's just looking around like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to keep my bunny head straight and hand out flyers. You notice when you try to give somebody flyers, it makes you more invisible because they're like, fuck off. But you notice that the Keebler elf guys, they look like they're just ready to shoot you if you try to give them flyers. So you end up fucking steering away from them more. Right. Nobody knows shit about these weapons, but they do look dangerous as shit. And you're thinking that if you are the size... Oh, everybody give me math rolls. Physics, advanced math. Yeah.
Physics? Okay.
Physics, advanced math, because math is hard. And also, it's really depressing because you can tell that the Smurfs used to live in trees because their ghetto buildings have trees painted on them in the most dejecting way possible. Like, we wanted to be in a tree, but we're in a fucking ghetto building instead. Those who made their advanced math realized you'd be approximately 20 meters tall or so by the standards of this place, because each Smurf is 3 apples high, if you recall your Smurf lore. Yeah, I had to fucking study this shit before I can fucking bring it into the game because, fuck. Anyway, so it'd make you essentially like Godzilla's, okay? So you'd be like Godzilla monsters. So your chances of hiding would be like fucking Godzilla trying to hide in Tokyo. In other words, not fucking likely, right? And plus, with how bad Freddy is at like getting you close to where you wanted to go, because you had to walk like a half an hour to get to the fucking thing, you're thinking essentially you'd be sprinting across the entire city to try to get there, being shot at by World War II anti-aircraft guns and shit like that. So then Freddy takes you over to the target, and what it is it's a completely ordinary looking 2-story house that's sitting in this fucking big ass no man's land, It's just fucking huge. It's like they've widened it out. There's like, it looks like it's maybe 100 meters to get to the house, and it's got all these warning landmine signs everywhere and shit. And it has various soldiers and roving patrols around the edges. And they aren't looking out, they're keeping an eye on the house. Like, you know, we're going to fuck this guy up if he comes out.
The elves are keeping an eye on it.
Yes, the elves are, sorry. You do see occasional Smurfs, like in work gangs and shit like that, looking dejected and whatnot. But yeah, it looks like it's a hard takeover, like, I don't know, I'm trying to pull a good World War II analogy out of my ass. Somebody got taken over and they just fucked them. There's plenty of them, I'm sure, but my mind has turned blank. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like it's with your really good surveillance you did earlier, there's definitely gaps in the thing, and you can see why at times in the past there's been desperate runs by Freddy and other Doras across the giant landmine field, often while wearing bunny suits, which really made Logan happy because that was deemed less dangerous than not having the bunny suits on, because then they might not shoot at you immediately. As opposed if you're little humans running across, in which case you definitely get shot at. So it looks really rough, Freddy. Is there any additional information that you guys would like as you're spending essentially the day here and then going back? And give me direction sense roll. Everybody else can try to support them if they'd like, but I need one person to make it because all the shipping containers look the same. Freddy, if Freddy's the main, he'll get a plus 20 because he's been here at the shipping container a lot, but he might still get confused.
Before we leave.
Well, no, I was just going to have you guys being able to go back there and plan or talk about shit, Is there anything else you wanted to see before you head back there?
Yeah, well, would it be possible, do you think, guys, to not get shot at if we had some sort of proper credentials or papers?
No, they hate giant humans. They'll shoot us the moment we appear. Essentially.
Would we care?
I don't know. How do you feel about being shot at with mortars and anti-aircraft guns if you were 20 meters large?
If I were Godzilla and a tank shot me, I don't think I'd care.
The problem is Godzilla's got like cool fucking scales and he seems to be quasi-magical and shit, whereas you're a lot squishier.
Yeah. It might not be as lethal as if we were being shot by full-sized ones, but I'm willing to bet it'll still hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, getting shot with an anti-aircraft gun, according to your math, might only be like getting shot with a rifle, which is great. Instead of exploding into goo, you'll just get a bullet through you. So that's
alternatively, our weapons will also be a lot bigger. So our bullets will be like anti-aircraft missiles to them.
Give me evidence analysis rolls. Cool. Freddy, you're thinking that, although this is very true, that the closer you get to Gargamel's house, the more thick their defenses are. I mean, there's defenses all over the city because they're like, we're waiting for air attacks and shit before, and they've still got those defenses up. But you're thinking that fighting your way here would definitely be a pause-draining experience.
Yeah.
You would pretty much, it'd be like, a good analogy might be like D-Day, for example. So yeah, if you want to reenact D-Day with 3 people, this is the way to do it right here.
I don't know. Sounds like three guys with flamethrowers would have it handled, but
flamethrowers definitely. Yeah, if you have any skill in those.
Yes.
None of the other guys do. They're pretty much managed to fry themselves and explode, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh, so I wasn't the first one with that idea? Yes.
Yeah. Wish I had my chainsaw. I could take out whole city blocks.
Well, whole buildings anyway. They're like little
Mhm.
trees.
Yep.
Just imagine, hey, look, our new apartment shows some giant human.
We need to do a little bit of
We should have
intel.
been a little bit slower.
We need to do some intel gathering to find out, are the Keebler elves still afraid of Gargamel? I'm assuming they are if they're
Well,
on
the problem is
patrol.
that nobody wants to talk to you as
Yeah.
bunnies, and as humans, you know what happens. So you're intel gathering, unless you had like Alex Kinley, disguise master for the gods with you, then you're fucked on that. But did you guys want to go back to, because you're not able to talk a lot because your voices even sound a little bit different. You're not like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I like Smurf days and shit, or hey, I think we should all live in a tree and fucking produce cookies and shit. And also they look alien enough where just putting blue paint on your face not gonna fucking work, right? Because their features are much different than humans. But did you want to go back to sit and talk at your box?
Sure.
Cool. You guys can try rolling your direction sense to support or anti-support. Freddy, who is getting a bonus because he's been to this box a few times. And I would like to just point out that this zone is universally hated by all the players, yet they keep coming back here without me prompting them. Not even exaggerating. Right, Freddy cannot figure out which one was the box. So in desperation, he turns to you, and his bunny head looks sad and dejected, like, we're gonna die. And you guys are like, bitch, you said you've been here before, and all the boxes look exactly the same and shit. He's like, we're all gonna die here. We can never leave. We don't have passes to leave the city. They're gonna fucking take off our bunny heads, and they're gonna fucking give us a firing squad after torturing us for a couple of days. So yeah, you guys live here now. Begging for scraps from people and handing out leaflets.
Footprints?
Oh no, you're in a city, dude. Roads and pavement and shit like that.
So not much on the tracking then.
Now, Freddy's either got to spend a reroll card or fucking spend a hero point, or else you guys are just fucked. Because it's all up to the leader now. The leader will save you, though.
Fine, I'll spend a hero point.
I mean, cool. Good luck on your second roll. Don't forget you've got or actually you two can try to roll to support again, Mr. Walsh. You should have a check already in your direction sets, but both of you guys can roll to support him again as he is going to be doing a new roll. Mr. Wallace
do this because we need to get it done, and I'm probably not going to make my roll, so probably not going to help.
Well, you couldn't, chances of you hurting are super low.
They're about 10%.
Yeah, about 10%.
They're about as good as you are at making it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
See? That's fine. Okay, now it's all up to you, Freddy. You're at a plus 20 total. Yes, there it is. Yes. You guys go back over, and when you close you look around, make sure nobody's around, and then you do the slow spin while holding your head to make sure nobody's around, and eventually you guys scurry into your box, and when you close the door, then the fluorescent tubes, not even sure how the fuck they're hooked up, they go, and yeah, you're back in here, and you can take off your fucking, the bunny suits have begun to stink. It's nighttime out now. It's curfew time is going on because the Keebler elves have them locked down in curfew, and you overheard some of the Smurfs go, "We gotta get inside, or we're gonna get violate curfew and get shot." And you guys are like, "Maybe we should find the thing." And Freddy's like, "Oh, I think it's over," and he led you on this wild goose chase and eventually got you here. So you guys are hanging out for curfew inside of the thing. Fortunately, it does have stuff where you can sleep in here and all that. It looks like this has been a base of operations for quite some time, but nobody's bothered to stock anything useful in here for reasons.
Okay.
Being that they hate coming here. But
I'm open to suggestions or further planning. What do you think we should do?
I have no idea how we're going to get from here to that house full-sized.
Dun, 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 dun.
Distraction.
Distraction. Okay, what kind of distraction?
I don't know. A big bomb somewhere else?
Hmm? Okay. How are we gonna get the bomb there?
As bunnies. Inside our bunny suits.
Okay.
How big a bomb is enough of a distraction? I should first ask that. Are we talking about a U-Haul full of fertilizer kind of bomb?
Oh, Logan, while we're here, since we're in the safety of the shipping container, I will attempt to cast a spell.
You realize that will possibly draw attention to the shipping container. If you
Is
are,
that my time?
it is, but there are furtive movements on the dock now and then, and possibly even some patrols and shit going by, and you're like, I'm casting a spell in the shipping container, bitches! Yeah!
Okay. Fine. In that case,
There are no quiet spell castings.
Well, what exactly is in this container? I want to take like a quick inventory.
Certainly. There are 27 other bunny suits. The holes, which you suspect are air holes, although they've got that black netting up over them so that light doesn't go outside. There are 4 cots. And there's a couple of empty bottles which used to contain whiskey. And there's wrappers that used to contain food.
Right. Yep. Well stocked. Gotcha.
Fortunately, your water has melted by now, and so you're able to drink that. And your food is de-thawed as well, so you're able to eat. So you guys are having like just the most miserable dinner you can imagine, but the water's nice and cold. I was gonna have all the containers burst, but fucking Marcus ruined my fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I think outside the box, yeah.
It shows him
Well,
rise up out of the
inside
shipping
then.
container.
Well, we could rent. Is this the kind of place where somebody could rent a truck or a relatively small vehicle?
I don't think they want anything to do with us. Like, you saw how distant they were when we approached. They barely tolerated our presence. I don't think renting a truck's gonna work.
Nobody likes the bunnies.
What do how do other bunnies fit into this society?
They pretty much are advertising some kind of restaurant, and they just come here, hand out flyers, and then fuck off, essentially.
Yeah, it's the annoying people trying to give you leaflets. That's why you're invisible, because nobody wants the fucking leaflets. They're never for anything good.
I've not personally met the other bunnies.
Okay, did anybody pick up a leaflet?
Yeah, we have them.
Yeah, you've got several random. The leaflets you guys picked up were like from the Keebler Elves command saying obey or get shot, curfew is at this time, stuff like that. Normal propaganda, like, you are now being crushed under the delicious dark chocolate being drizzled onto cookies and shit like that.
Okay, so how about the bunny restaurant or whatever it is?
I don't know where it is, actually.
It shows them handing out thousands of leaflets and never looking at them or having any curiosity about the restaurant.
Okay, if there's a restaurant, there's somebody bringing food to the restaurant. If there's somebody bringing food to the restaurant, it's probably in a truck, which may even be driven by bunnies. If there is that, then perhaps we can somehow obtain something that blows up and put it in the truck and use it.
Okay. Right, let's assume that we're able to do that. We got the truck loaded up with explosives. How are we going to detonate them?
Huh?
How are we going to detonate them?
I don't know, but I have a high skill in detonate. I don't personally know that. Maybe some delayed thing.
The reason I ask is because once we leave, it'll take us another 2 days to walk back into the zone where we're going to be giant-sized. So we need to leave the bombs somewhere for 2 days and then detonate them when we arrive.
Yeah. They had radios in World War II.
They did, yeah. Although we would have a giant-sized radio.
That just means it's louder.
Just trying to think.
Give me demolitions rolls to know stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. So
feel free to ask.
Yeah, well.
Hey, good.
I know about demolitions. I haven't got a clue.
You think about it. It just shows you sitting there with a firework. And that's your memory of demolition.
Curse you.
Let's see. And Freddie's like, how are we going to do that? I mean, it could technically be radio detonator, but the problem is that if anybody else gets on that frequency, it goes boom, regardless if you're trying to trigger or not. Even if you're carrying it in, it's like, okay, it's set up, and somebody else goes, hello. But Mr. P is thinking that the explosive doesn't have to be big if it's hooked up to something else that explodes. Or even like a car bomb. Car bombs are pretty, distracting.
Yeah. As far as the method of detonation, I guess we could hang out on a particular bandwidth to see if it's getting used. And if it gets blown up before we get here, we don't lose anything.
Well, there's bandwidths that are not generally used.
On
that
Earth.
We could set that up.
On Earth.
Yep.
There may only be one bandwidth in this world for all you know. And radios may not work the way you don't know. That's the problem with all this stuff. It's not Earth. It's like it's very obvious to Mr. Wallace. It's definitely not Earth.
Yep.
Well, how big is this Smurf society?
Yeah, if we were large, if we were giant-sized, how big would it be then?
1/20th the size of Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that big then.
Actually, sorry, 1/10 the size of Chicago.
Okay, a little bit better.
That's still a lot of fucking time to get shot.
That is actually pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, if we're able to get within a couple blocks of the target, or a mile or two, that's still quite a ways away.
Yeah, I mean, even a couple blocks, you're essentially trying a smash and grab versus World War II anti-aircraft weapons, at best.
Now, if we come in during the night...
Or in a plane. You could always try parachuting in. That would be some shit there. Shadow walk a fucking low-flying airplane. That may work. That may be your best bet. And it just shows P just go through the fucking roof. When the R2 guide themselves down into the hole.
Where's my ripcord thingy? Oh no!
Oh yeah, I remember one guy had a parachute and he had like a 20 in it or something, and that was a bunch of hero points. Okay, the parachute finally works. Gets run over. Anyway, done. All you need is a brilliant plan. This will be a piece of cake, I'm sure. Plus, you don't know exactly where you're coming in. You can try to fucking end up within a few blocks of the house, but could be a couple miles. You're just not sure. You could be outside of the city and have to get past the fucking checkpoints and shit like that. Hello, I'm just Godzilla. Don't mind me, citizens.
All right, we can trump out of here, obtain radio equipment and detonators that will probably work here. With a frequency.
You wish you knew what the rules were here.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back and maybe do some radio-based surveillance of frequencies to make sure that we're going to use stuff that only we're going to use.
Well, there are with your demolitions roll at half. You could also use timers. You could use you could set it for with an old clock, for example. The problem with the old clock is you get up to 12 hours unless you buy a specialized 24-hour clock, and then you get up to 24 hours. Or you could even get a really specialized clock that goes by the day, I suppose. But when the hands come around, then it's time to go boom. So there are better ways than doing frequencies. That's why, like, around construction sites back in the day, they always had all these fucking things. Don't use radios around here. Don't use cell phones and shit. Because even if the frequency's kind of close, according to demolitions people I've talked to, it can equal death. So they're cautious on these things. And that's why modern day demolitions use wires.
Yeah, but when we're talking about a time span of days, a time delay is not going to be the way to go. I really don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, it takes us a couple of days to get here. Okay.
Wait.
Did the bomb go off before we got here?
Now, of course, another thing to consider is if you're on the outskirts of town, because it's not obvious that, which way to go and stuff like that, Freddy could end up becoming lost and wandering around the outskirts while you're being shot at. So this is also very possible. Although he does have decent direction sense, with his luck and his rolling ability, you could end up heading into some other city that's nearby. You could end up being in the burbs.
We need an
Keebler Elks tree.
Right.
Analog for landing lights for airplanes.
I really need to find out the rules of this zone.
Yeah. Now, if you can figure out, by the way, I have prepared for victory, so if you can actually pull it off, I fucking did some prep work on this shit last night, so.
It might even be worth trying to leave the city just to have a little bit of an idea what's outside. Get somewhere away from fucking people so that I can cast a spell, find out what the rules are of this zone.
Well,
the problem is
here your surveillance rolls did kick in. In order to get in or out of the city, apparently you have to have passes, and obviously they'd want to take off your bunny hats. Otherwise, they just shoot your ass and stuff, because they're treating the Smurfs rather harshly, and you know that no Keebler elves are doing this fucking shit job.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to refill my drink while I think for a second. I'll be right back.
He's rhyming again. I heard it.
Oh, wait a minute. You said docks.
That's right. You're on the docks now.
There's water nearby.
There's totally water nearby. The as far as your thing, they have blockaded the docks, but if you were like a black boat and, painted black or whatever, don't get onto Canadian Facebook. That shit will get found and you will be judged harshly later. But it's possible to sneak out via the ocean. It's possible to get in via the ocean. That's probably why Godzilla always comes in from the ocean. But Yeah, that puts you with it. It will put you within a few blocks, but you will be literally scuba diving in, giant sized, right? 20-meter fish are now approaching. They may pick that up even on World War II things. It's like, is that a U-boat coming? Torpedo it immediately. That kind of thing could happen. You're not sure. And then you could like come up out of the water and go, rah! You could, if you wanted to make it extra classy, all be dressed as Godzilla, right? And then rise up and rah, and stampede toward the, something like that. Because step up from bunny suits. Because I know Mr. Wallace has always wanted to dress as Godzilla and fucking stomp on the city.
So we should, I guess, consider some sort of amphibious phase of our infiltration, because it sounds like that might actually be quite a time saver.
Yeah, you're not sure what kind of radar, or if they have radar, or what kind of tracking things they've got and stuff like that. You did see that they have these guys who stand by themselves on buildings when you're walking around, and they've got, it looks like big horns that are like, they come over to close to their ears, and they're just standing there going, and they occasionally move, have the big horns move and stuff. They're big enough where they're on like their own racks and shit, and so apparently they're listening to something. And yes, they actually did use that during World War II. I watched too much of the Hitler Channel. I mean, the History Channel.
If we're going to do History Channel style, then we need to have space aliens.
Nowadays, yes. I'm so old that I was watching the History Channel back when they were still trying to pawn history off on us. And now it's all like aliens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a segment on my great-grandfather on the History Channel.
Your great-grandfather was a fucking alien? Jesus, Jeff. You shouldn't advertise that kind of thing.
Yep. What do you expect? He was from Luxembourg.
Okay, makes sense. Cheese alien.
He wasn't actually an alien, but
No.
he wrote a lot about them and helped other people write a lot about them.
How do you know he wasn't an alien?
Because he was from Luxembourg.
So, good luck in your planning.
Yes, this is the hard part. Always is.
Well, we all know it's going to end up you guys running fucking half naked and shit, running through the town being shot at by stuff. So that's what I prep for. I prep for shitty planning.
So where is the house in relation to everything else?
It's in the very center of the city, almost as though the city grew up around it and then eventually hit the docks. So docks, city, dead zone with landmines for extra flavor, house.
While we're in this container, I just want to pull out a Trump. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to see if it's usable.
Which Trump?
Just any Trump, like embassy.
Embassy. Okay. Well, you got to specify because you got Trumps to weird places.
Yeah, like the bomb shelter.
Sure.
But is it warm? It's
cold. It's cold. So cold. So cold is good. Warm is bad.
Oh, cold is. So it works.
Cold's always good. Warm is bad.
I tried to use it.
It begins to work.
Okay, I stopped.
Okay.
Well,
now that's a good question you've never experimented with, because when you were starting to use it, everything looked like it was getting bigger and bigger, and you're like, uh-oh. Freddie's now thinking desperately, did we ever Trump out of here before? Or did we always leave through the shipping container?
Hey, Freddie? Hi. Could you make a Trump of the house and then have a Trump in from somewhere else?
I can't make Trumps. During the session, quote unquote.
Gotcha.
That's for the clever
Next
people
time
who
you're in
plan
this
ahead,
place.
Jeff.
Oh,
Now, actually, I did say you could make them during the session, but you give up some of your skill horn for after.
No, you never said that.
Didn't I say
You
that?
said
Oh,
only skill horn. That's
yeah.
all you said.
Well, then, but the problem is that you would have to be there, like, able to be there for a couple hours. And you did forget to mention one of the major defenses of the house, which is the most horrifying thing ever.
Yeah, the landmines, I know.
No, not the landmines.
Oh, the cats, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would involve even getting there, which I don't want to do in bunny suits.
Again.
Oh,
and also once you run through the minefield, then there's all
you have
this
to climb
like
up the vines, up the window, and yeah.
And it's so high up there. And yes, people have fallen off onto a landmine. So good shit.
All right, so I do like the idea of the distraction.
Oh yeah, distraction's fucking beautiful. I gave a
We
card
just
for
need to
that.
figure out how to set it off properly. And it doesn't even need to be a explosion. Could be something else. But
Oh yeah.
explosion would be very useful.
Oh yeah, all
well, we're
kinds of
coming through
possible.
the joint. Why don't we just pick up a something large like a truck or something and throw it across the city? That'll cause a distraction.
I'm pretty sure as soon as we appear, we'll be the number one focus. We need the distraction to happen like just before we appear, so that they're all over there dealing with whatever's happening, and then we just run through.
Oh, yeah, but we ought to do something about the minefield because.
Yeah, the minefield, I actually had an idea. If we just buy a bunch of like marbles or cow trucks or something, throw them in front of us, set off all the mines, and then just run.
Oh, I don't like that plan. I don't like that plan at all. If we're going to do something to try to set off the landmines, let's try something like a bomb, a really big one.
That'd be better, but it would have much better chance of working because normally like rolling bowling balls and stuff like that, you can calibrate landmines to how heavy somebody is. So if anything less than like 100 pounds, shit like that.
If a dude in a bunny suit the size of a Smurf can set them off, I'm pretty sure a giant-ass bowling ball will set them off.
Oh, well, depends on how many giant-ass bowling balls you want to try to lug with
That's
you
why
while
I
you're
said
desperately running.
marbles or...
I suggest pogo sticks myself. I think that's the best way to cross any
bomb would work.
landmine.
Oh, dynamite would also work.
Rocket launchers, bazookas, maybe not rocket launchers, bazookas. Bazookas are an accessible technology, right?
If you have the skill to use it, absolutely.
If you know how to use it.
Well, but that might be something. I mean, if I, it's not a precision unless you're shooting a tank with it. It's really not a precision weapon. And we aren't going to be using it for precision. We're going to be using it for, say, something like blowing up a bunch of landmines.
True.
I'm just imagining him like carefully going, and it just shows the missile go straight up. How does that even work?
While he's shooting that, I'm gonna go hide over somewhere in a bunker.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The problem is when you're 20 meters or wherever tall, hiding is not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
No, but if we did we determine that an amphibious assault does not provide any particular advantage?
Well, actually, according to Freddie's thing, if you got to learn what underneath the ocean looked like here and now, right, so that he could shadow walk to here, then that would, if he did it correctly, it would make his margin for error greater. because then you'd be swimming up. The problem is that everybody is then going to be doing scuba rolls and shit, and that's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, we can do it.
For how long?
A Zodiac.
Yeah. Well, then you're dealing with other surface ships who are looking for surface ships, and plus, if you're on a Zodiac, just imagine how big that is. And we have a destroyer coming toward us, but they painted it black. We still noticed it,
Yeah, the thing is also, I don't even know if it's possible to shadow walk while swimming. It might be. But that would mean swimming for 2 days straight with scuba gear. We're going to die before we even reach the place.
Yeah, we'd run out of air for one thing.
Yeah.
And secondly, I don't know about you guys, I haven't got a clue how to scuba dive.
Yeah, I can do it, but not for that long. Well, I can go to gills as well. So
Scuba diving, parachuting, and rocket launchers. Apparently 3 new skills to work on for Mr. Wallace.
Well, I was actually thinking, but again, I need to know the rules of the zone. Is shadow walking with a reinforced vehicle and just mowing them all down.
Ooh, that's fucking clever. Get your own fucking full-size tank. If you know how to do a full-size tank as far as driving it and stuff.
Well, it'd be just like a reinforced van.
Oh.
But to them, it'd be like a giant fucking thing.
The only problem you'd have with something like a van, as opposed to a tank, which would be large land modern, or large land modern. The problem with a regular, like a car with metal plating on it and shit, is the streets are literally too narrow, and you're pretty sure that you'd get stuck or high centered on something, whereas a tank says, "Fuck you, buildings," and just keeps going. Of course, you need to procure a tank.
Yeah, or a bulldozer or something.
Bulldozer, also a good way to reorganize the city to your liking, and a bulldozer might even protect you from landmines if you make sure to put extra stuff on it. You pretty much don't have to worry about the doors to his house, as you could very conveniently make your own. That'd be operate heavy machinery.
Where we could just scoop up all the landmines as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a giant fucking bulldozer.
Yeah, if anybody has operate heavy machinery, that's the perfect fucking use of that skill right there.
Any of us has.
I like it.
Let's keep that in proportion, though. I mean, it's not like we're trying to, pick up a Coke can with the blade on the bulldozer. We're just trying to move it forward.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you don't have the skill, and it tends to really not work the way you wanted it to.
But we ought to have a lot of room for leeway.
Yeah, with the way you and Freddie roll, you'll probably end up doing something like trying to move forward, and then the scoop will come and kill you guys or something horrible. And you'll be like, "Why is this scoop even moving?"
I mean, we could even.
I'm surprised nobody has to operate heavy machinery. I thought you guys had found a fucking beautiful way.
We could even get like 3 vehicles and shadow walk all 3 of them in, if we really needed to, and just completely mow them all down.
I don't think the other 2 can do targeted shadow walk.
No, I'll shadow walk all 3 of us. They'll each be in their own vehicle.
They're too far away if you're in big vehicles and shit. That's part of the reason. Like if you had the shadow walking moving army ones or moving large group ones, that would be a good use of that. If you got it also targeted.
I thought if all 3 of us were like, because we've done it with horses before.
Horses can get a lot closer than 3 bulldozers.
Well, I mean, okay, what about 3 normal cars?
Okay,
fine. All right, well, even then...
Just take us to the Star Wars world or something crazy like that, and we'll get an Imperial Walker and come back.
Oh, I'm into that. An Imperial Walker would actually be really great for in here.
I pull out my flashlight and try to turn it on.
There you go. Now, this is the cool LED flashlight, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, modern day flashlight.
Yeah. Give me a willpower times 5 roll.
Oh, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, look at that. The influence of pattern. Yeah,
Okay,
it works.
okay.
Freddy begins looking happy again.
All right. That's suddenly things are looking a little bit more doable. Now the question is, and this is why I wanted to cast the damn spell, is that going to draw agents?
You don't know. Smurf agents.
By the way,
Giant Smurf agents.
Do you guys know what agents are?
No. I mean,
Right, so every zone has its own set of rules, which you should know that by now, for magic and tech. If you are seen breaking those rules, in some cases, or in most cases, agents, like Men in Black kind of agents, will come after you and try to kill you. And they'll usually arrive about 5 minutes after you've been seen, and then if you manage to kill, they always come as a pair, so 2 agents. If you kill them, then 4 more will come, and then 8, and then 16, until you're dead.
nice.
So that's why it's important to know if we arrive in a giant bulldozer, which is obviously going to be a modern tech thing.
I still like the Imperial Walker better.
We're going to draw agents to ourselves.
Okay.
So
another thing we could consider is knockout gas. That won't get us across a minefield, but might have some effect on people shooting at us.
Yeah, a lot of it as well, because it'll be giant sized, so it'll cover a lot of ground as well. Mm. Do you know how to make some, or
No,
I'm gonna have to go buy some?
for somebody else with chemistry.
Mr. Wallace, are you? I know you're decent at it.
I don't say decent. I'd say hobbyist, maybe. I don't know if I could make something like that. It would probably be easier to go back to some other slightly higher tech place and get, like tear gas or something.
Point. Many of the guys, since it is World War II, do or may have access to gas masks, because gassing is something that they're used to here.
Or even flashbangs. A giant flashbang. Can you imagine what that would do to them?
Oh yeah, it probably caused their little heads to pop. Although, that Imperial Walker, that's she shows Gargamel come out. What? Sorry, I have fond visions of that now. I don't know where you'd pick one up, but by God, I like it.
Okay. It would be fun, wouldn't it?
there is electricity in this city.
You've got electric lights above your head right now.
Okay, if we take out whatever the main generating source of their electricity is, that would be an excellent distraction. Cause immediate chaos.
Well, the city's mostly dark right now because they're worried about being bombed, apparently. So they've got blackout curtains and shit like that.
Yeah, and also, how are we gonna get there? So their generator's probably well defended, because they need power. And we stick out like a sore thumb in these bunny suits.
Yeah, we'd have to find one of their transfer stations or something and take one of those out.
Or we
or whatever.
Or we get some of the Smurf rebels to do a distraction for us.
They seem pretty inept to you, dude. You saw at least 3 different groups getting executed in alleys as you were taking one day touring around the city. So you're thinking, yeah, that's a good way to fail.
Hey, no, if they're getting killed off that drastically, there's got to be some kind of underground movement.
Well, there is, but they're inept.
Peace.
I wonder what would happen if we just walked into the high command of the Keebler elves and said, "We give up, but we would like to talk to somebody."
And where does that go after that?
Then
Tell them that we're going to come and storm that house. And if we're successful, that would be one less thing they would have to worry
are
about.
you saying as giants or as bunnies?
As well, we go in as bunnies first and tell them we're going to come back as giants.
They will shoot us on sight.
Yeah, probably, but I thought I'd mention the obvious. I had to get that out there.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah.
Welcome to the planning phase. I try to encourage players to do this via Messenger on Facebook and stuff so they can just move forward in the game, but it doesn't work well for reasons.
Mm-hmm. Well, I told you about the planning phases for my game.
Yeah.
They take an hour and a half just to open one door.
Yeah, well, they're quicker in my game, but they're still like. Yeah. But the bulldozer, just so you're aware, they do have bulldozers in this time period. I've seen World War II bulldozers. Yeah. They do use them to clear minefields. So if you got like an old style bulldozer, like big, obviously, for you to ride around in, and if somebody has operate heavy machinery or get some cards together to make that shit happen. If you don't have operate heavy machinery, if you get like a tank and somebody has large modern land and just say, fuck your city, that would definitely, and if you need a door to go into and somebody has heavy guns, now keep in mind, yes, you're at a plus because the door is not fucking dodging around and shit. So yeah, you'd be firing at a plus. If you can figure out how to put the shell in, because it's a complicated procedure in the old style tanks, because that's how we like to do it. And yes, I have actually loaded an old style tank when I was a kid, and I read the instructions. They had them printed on there, and I got in trouble. So anyway, aside from that, aside from my warped childhood, you can. And of course the personnel carrier.
Yeah, we're not doing the tank. We don't know where to get one from.
Well, we go to Sherman, go to the Army surplus store. We can find one.
I wish it was that easy.
Wow. I would like it if you did a more difficult crime to then do this crime. It's like, we need to break into an armory. What?
There's the thing about tanks is they need gasoline. And so you're not going to get real far unless you have a gasoline truck to go with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Diesel, I believe they burn lots and lots of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depends on you. What the tanks we're talking about? Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
you're right. The tank with the fuel tank right on the back of it.
Yeah. Oh, those are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And keep in mind that whatever you're in will be a big target for the Smurfs. So they're all the huge bonus to hit, because it's like, can you hit Godzilla? Yes.
I thought we had to worry about the elves, not the Smurfs.
Sorry, the elves. I keep forgetting their city's been taken